Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Mars will make its move in Pushya Nakshatra on 16th of May. Now, although this Nakshatra transit will be in the zodiac sign of Cancer, because the entire Pushya Nakshatra is in Cancer zodiac sign, Mars will be debilitated in the entire zodiac. But yes, the deepest debilitation of Mars will happen in Ashlesha Nakshatra. But let's understand how the debilitation of Mars behaves when it enters Pushya Nakshatra, the nakshatra of Saturn, and Pushya is a very auspicious and very powerful nakshatra. But before that, please subscribe to my channel and share the videos among family and friends. Hit the bell icon to get all notifications. Follow me on Telegram, where I share the links from all my channels in a single platform. And for reels and other interesting stuff, you can follow me on Instagram. And for consultations, you can drop me an email. Let's start with the analysis of Mars transit in Pushya Nakshatra. See, Mars is a planet of power, strength. Mars is a planet that has the will, the desire. It rules the land and it rules a lot of positive energy. Now, Cancer, on the other hand, is the zodiac sign of water. Now, imagine there is a land and there is a lot of rain. What happens to the soil? The soil becomes wet and it creates mud. Is mud feasible for any vehicle to drive? No. Can you walk easily on the muddy floor? No. So that is where the mud loses the friction. So Mars loses the ability to hold itself properly in Cancer zodiac sign. And Pushya Nakshatra is that soft personification of this loosening of the Martian energy. Because Pushya is not a bad nakshatra. But because Mars is in the nakshatra of Saturn, Mars goes into an unfriendly nakshatra according to the basic nature of the planet. Because Mars has nothing to do with the softness. Pushya also has this ability to feed, nourish, nurture. It has that caring attitude. But Mars is a soldier with a gun. If he has a soft heart, he will not be able to defend. Yes, he must have that rational thinking, whether he has to show mercy or whether he has to show the power. But that is again a masculine, you can say, arena where either you are showing the mercy because you have the power but you choose not to execute, or you execute that power and the person or that energy is destroyed. That is why Mars has the two-faceted approach. Mars' fourth aspect is basically the aspect of defense, whereas Mars' eighth aspect is basically the aspect to attack, aspect to kill. Similarly, Mars has this connection with the fourth house. There is an inherent quality in the Mars to take care, but Mars may feel frustrated. In Pushya Nakshatra, Mars can bring in a lot of acceptance. Mars can bring in a lot of positive vibrations. This is the softer side of the masculine energy, where the masculine energy fuses with a drop of feminine energy, where masculine energy becomes the caretaker here. So Mars in Pushya Nakshatra can become a caretaker, can become a healer, can become a doctor. So all the healing profession, all the medical profession, all the physiotherapies, all the Ayurveda, pranic healing, Reiki, name it, just energy healing, just name any healing process, and Mars in that house, Mars in Pushya will try to benefit you through that healing process, and healers will be benefited greatly from this. People involved in medical, pharmaceutical industry will be benefited from this. But a lot of people who have strong Mars in their chart, when Mars goes in Pushya Nakshatra, may feel forced to show their softer side. Now, sometimes you don't want to show your softer side because you might feel vulnerable. But Mars in Pushya is actually a vulnerable Mars. It opens up on the softer note and somebody can take advantage. So you will have to be very careful that someone might take an advantage of your softer or your good side, provided, or your caring nature. Especially people who have stronger Mars, who have very strong Sun, who have Sun in Aries zodiac sign, they may be affected greatly because of this Mars transit. Mars in Pushya Nakshatra can also give you opportunity to serve the society, to heal other people. Now, This is also the time when a lot of healing can happen from areas of Aries and Scorpio in your zodiac sign, in your Kundli, wherever this Aries and Scorpio is. This will be greatly affected by the presence of Jupiter in the Aries zodiac sign, and especially after 27th and 28th of May, you will see the positive angle of Mars transit in Pushya will be visible to all of us. The people who have stronger Mars has to show patience, and people who already have a weaker Mars, this Mars transit in Pushya will act as a blessing for you, because this will bring in that healing touch that will try to heal you, that will try to defend you, that, and you will have this feeling of some divine force trying to protect you. You may be guided through dreams, you may be guided through interpretations of repetitive numbers, through some universal messages. So meditate. And anyone who has muscular problem, blood related problems, blood pressure, say for example hypertension, you just have to surrender right at this point of time, because Mars transit in Pushya means Mars is surrendering. Imagine a soldier is asked to cook food in the kitchen, but then for a soldier duty means duty, because that is also a duty. If there is no food, nobody will survive. So sometimes you will have to take that feminine role in order to execute the greater design of the universe, or grand design that has been assigned to you. So sometimes you will have to bow down, sometimes you will have to just go with the flow and be soft at heart rather than showing that brute side. And anyone who will try to show that vengeance, the negative side, because of jealousy that can arise because of Mars debilitation, will be countered by the energy of Saturn. See, Saturn has this potential to slow things down. The only problem with Mars transit in Pushya is that Mars is aspecting Saturn, which is 8th from Mars. And Saturn is aspecting Aries and Scorpio. So it's kind of a yuddha kind of a position. It's a war between Mars and Saturn. The only thing is that if you can balance Mars and Saturn energy, like you have accelerator, you have brake in the car, if you can balance it, you can become a great driver of life, and things will be smooth, things will be fine. But otherwise, this can create a situation where you are fighting the very reason of events that is happening in your life. Say, for example, you are being forced to do something by the universe, or you have to take care of some matters or some burning issues in life, but you were trying to avoid it, you were trying to not put your head into that. But now maybe things are, or the circumstances such that you have to. And if you try to resist it way too much, then Saturn is only going to make things more difficult. But if you go with the flow, if you just be soft at heart and show that compassion, show the mercy, show the softer side, being very defensive about yourself, that's fine, but still being very soft at heart, polite at heart, humbleness. With humbleness, if you live your life, you will see that the same Saturn will actually bring happiness to this Mars, and will bring a lot of positive energy. Especially you will learn a lot of things from the ups and downs that will happen during this time. I don't consider Mars transit in Pushya to be extremely negative, unless your moon is very heavily afflicted and you try to take a shortcut, if you try to still show that brute masculine strength, if you still try to punch the wall to create your path. That won't work when Mars is in this kind of situation. Understand, if you have to walk in the mud, or if you have to drive on a muddy land, a muddy path, you will not press accelerator to its fullest. You will try to balance it, otherwise the car will skid, you will fall. So you must allow the circumstance to be in such a way that you and the circumstance are in sync. You are not fighting with anything. So for the moment, take a deep breath, meditate, relax, and let the planets bring in the necessary changes that they are supposed to bring in your life. There's no point having that tension, having that frustration, because the more frustrated you get, the more the Mars and Saturn will fight. The best way is to read Ramayana, focus on Hanuman Chalisa. Listening to Sundarakand will also help you during this time greatly. And for people who have afflicted Mars in their chart, chanting Mangal Mantra, visiting a Mars temple, or simply respecting the earth, doing some grounding meditation, feeding to cows, taking care of cows are some of the ways by which you can easily manage the energies of Mars transit in Pushya. I will repeat, this is not a negative nakshatra transit for Mars, just that you have to understand that this time Mars is not like that brute masculine Mars, but it is a Mars which is more relaxing, more soft-hearted, and it is like father trying to play the role of mother. That doesn't mean that father will not be a father anymore. He's still a father. So that difference must be understood, and jealousy, comparison should be kept away. So that was a quick analysis. I just wanted to share a quick analysis to all of you of this Mars transit in Pushya. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching the video till now. This is your Puneet. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, namaste.